Welcome, everyone. It is December 7th, 2022, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just, yeah, Wednesday. And we're going to continue working on Razor with no line art, which is a task and a half, to be completely honest. It has to be done, so. Yeah. Yesterday we defined the face a little bit and started working on the shape of the sword, right? And now we are currently setting up the biggest contrast, which is pretty much going to be the face and this side of the sword, right? Everything else will have less contrast than that. So I just like looking at this. It's so different. I like that. Also, this little green speck in the red eyes came from Moxie. I think that's his YouTuber name. Now, looking for a brush. Kind of funny how I went through all this trouble of separating everything into neat layers, and then I'm like painting everything in the same layer. But in a way, it reminds me of traditional media, right? I don't know if you could hear that. It was my headphones. Because I'm trying to work with as little noise as possible, including the music, background music. So I can be undisturbed as possible. What happened? I like this painter brush a lot. If I just define the shape now, I'll be able to work on top of it later. So it's like pretty much what I'm doing right now. Right. Tightening everything pretty well. And again, I do apologize if I stop talking. That's when you know that I'm getting focused. But for now, I still have things that I want to talk about. Like, I started the playlist of the drawing database, which is really good. You know, for anatomy and stuff. They teach really well, and it's like free assets. Or no, not free assets, like free teaching. Okay? So it's like really good value for that. And so I started looking into the anatomy of the head. And things like that. Sorry, my nose is acting up. Gotta be a little bit faster here. There's like no need for me to take this long. Again, it's something that I'm constantly forgetting about. Because it makes things more efficient. It's like I don't have a defined method of doing things, right? So a lot of times I either use other artists' formula to work, or I go by instinct. I enjoy it more when I go by instinct, but the problem is I know that if it doesn't turn out well, it's 100% on me. Where if I use another artist's formula, I could always make excuses and say, oh, it's their method. That is not suitable for me, you know? That's why I kind of like anatomy and studying it, because it's pretty much the same for everyone. Sorry about the noises. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks cool like that. Right. What now? So I got some development happening. I got a call to work on an animation project. It's like something really simple. It's working with kids really. But you know, they can come up with very interesting stories. And it's more like cut out animation rather than drawn. Because it's with kids that are not yet on high school or anything like that, right? So their drawing potential is still limited. By that time, there's like not a lot of people that can draw well either way. I mean, it would be nice to teach them, but I don't know. That's probably not going to be my job, you know. So, but it's useful. Let's see this color. I think it's acceptable, right? Need more space. Yeah, see, this distance right here is a bit large, and that kind of worries me. Yeah. I can start with this one. It appears to be the simplest. At least there's a good thing about digital. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, to be completely honest, because like I like how I don't need to be always on top of the materials, you know. Like it's hard to describe. I don't need to pay so much attention. Actually, this should be a lot wider. I don't need to be constantly paying attention to like if the ink is drying or something like that. But at the same time, like making the paint, you know, mixing and things like that, is really relaxing. And you know, that part doesn't exist. Or, I mean, it's harder to replicate in digital. It can exist because there's like a color mixing tab that I can have. But honestly, at that point, might as well mix in the piece itself. So So yeah. Looks a bit off here. Yeah. It's pretty much like how it's gonna go now. It's gonna take a shit ton of time. But I kind of like these brushes, the way they work. I think these are from Shoban. She has a lot of courses on Skillshare. I watched the one about background painting, like how to make, not background painting, it's like thumbnail sketching, like quick thumbnail sketching in color. And it was like really informative. Also may not look like it, but I'm already working. Like I've been working for, so I've been half an hour on stream. I've been working for an hour and a half already. I've been what is it? In the drawing database, I already watched like an hour today. Between yesterday and today, I watched like 2 hours, or not 2 hours, a little bit more than that, but like 3 hours, right? But yesterday I was really, like, I finished streaming, which was only 2 hours, right? And I immediately went to sleep and I slept until like 3 p.m. Mind you, I finished streaming at 11 a.m. So, yeah. I just completely collapsed. And that was it. Okay, from what I'm seeing, the sword is like entirely made of this part at least is entirely made of the same material, right? Because here we see like the two sides. The one that is in shade is the darker one, and the one that is in light is in the lighter color. So it's like whether it's dark or light color doesn't matter. It has always the same intrinsic color to it. It's just different light orientations or different reflection orientation. Right? So separating in hues doesn't really matter too much. Which is definitely a problem. But then again, here there is two different colors. Yeah, there is two different colors. Fuck that. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that part over there, because I can always paint over it like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that, so it doesn't matter anyway. Like that. Like this. Like this. Cut here. Right. Shape is done. And now we delete it. Again, I'm not too sure what I'm doing right now, if you couldn't tell. But I don't know what that is. I already know what that is. Alright. Something like this. Alright. But I gotta understand this better. I think something like this, right? Yeah, because the shape is really more like that as well. Yeah, carving out shapes is really relaxing. It does take a little bit of time, but feels really nice. Right, the difference, the absolute difference. But yeah, today might be like with the level of intricacy that the sword itself has, it might just be the sword. Also another inconsistency here, right? This is another inconsistency, because now there's a lot of space. Because this was supposed to connect somewhere like this. I mean, I could fix it like this, I guess. Right. It's not the same, but it's not necessarily bad either. That appears to be like acceptable. So, focus more on these now. So it would be like divided into 4 equal parts. Like this, pretty much. Be very careful to leave everything tight. The absolute difference that it makes. Like, I think it would feel very scummy to like control C, Control V the entire sword, and like paint on top of it to increase the definition. If it was paid, like absolutely, I would do that. I would do that to save time. But it's not. It's more about the journey, not the destination. So yeah, using this to learn how to paint. You can't learn how to paint if you don't paint. Okay. But if it was something paid, I would absolutely do that. Because it's such an intricate design. It's not just like copy paste and leaving it there. You need to also like paint on top of it. So it's transformative work. If it was just copy paste, it would be bad. It would be really bad. But if you need to tweak it, you're already transforming it a little bit. And that's good. That's good. Albeit it might not be like a sufficient transformation to be considered, you know, transformative work, like in legal terms. But in my eyes, like, you're already making some sort of interpretation when you're trying to enhance the work, right? Definition of enhancement is already very liberal in that sense. I'd like to understand what the hell happened here. not gonna worry too much about that. That's kind of like the mantra that I need to take into consideration. Oh, I've noticed something. All right. That's kind of like the mantra that I need to take into consideration. It's like, don't worry so much about things. Because I tend to be a perfectionist. And I shouldn't. It's very toxic to be like that. Like I'm always saying, you know, art is a work in progress, you know. Success is progress. It's not a, it's the journey, it's not the end goal. Satisfaction that I get from painting pictures and learning about the world. Bit too large. Lorge. Just now here. Yeah. Oh, it's because of the hair. Alright. I see it. Yo, how's it going? Struggling here, painting this by hand. Trying my very best to avoid the line art. But it's gonna look crisp. The problem is, it's gonna take a long time to get this done. I'm not used to it. And I always forget about the selection tool. It do be going, yes. Have you seen the newest Spazzy video? The extremely good video. Extremely good. Yeah. I do have to say, like, I think I could watch a Yanni Peed stream. No joke. Like, she recently came back in terms of content creation. I haven't seen much, but I have seen her be very active on Twitter. She was like probably my favorite personality of the CG crew. You know, aside from Spazzy. Yeah. It's like the noises, man. She panics and starts making weird ass fucking noises, and I'm all here for it. Exactly, exactly. Hmm. By the way, look at the difference. The goddamn difference. Incredible. Okay, that shape is pretty much done. That's good. So that's gonna be like the other place with the high amount of contrast. Right? So now I gotta work more on the details. Ugh. A bit sleepy today. I was actually worried that I would sleep like shit again today, but I didn't, luckily. Like I think I woke up at 5 a.m. or something, but managed to sleep the entire night. Like, I'm always sleepy, obviously, but I managed to sleep all 8 hours in one go. It's good. And I had a weird ass Mr. Sleep Deprived, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that name was only a placeholder. I just wanted to change from, I think it was BH Babalion, the previous name, right? Or something. Had so many fucking different names over the years. It's ridiculous. By the way, did you see the game yesterday? Holy shit, dude. What the fuck was that? Actually, the ironic thing was, I paid more attention to Morocco versus Spain than Portugal versus Switzerland. Just the ending highlights. Yeah. Like, to me, the fucking incredible thing was Spain going with Morocco to I don't know how the fuck you call it in English. Free kicks or something, whatever. And Spain failed 3 in a row. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were eating, but Jesus. It's free kick or goal kick or something like that. I don't remember. Like, come on, dude. 3 in a row? Like, Morocco's goalkeeper was like on fire. Jesus. Absolute fucking legend. After that game, he got scoliosis from carrying his entire team. Who knows? Who knows? But I found it like incredibly ironic how the trainer decides to, or not the trainer, the coach decides to bench Ronaldo, and we win by a landslide. Like those players were gaming, dude. Okay, the sword is pretty much what I need it to be. Right? Yeah. Now the lighting will dictate the shape. So there's gonna be warm light from above and also warm light from that thingy in the middle. I'm still very impressed on how different this looks. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. No, it's not bad. I can push the darks and bring out more lights later on. You know what? Speaking of lights, what is your stance in reducing Christmas lights? Because I see a lot of people complaining about it, and I want to know, what do you think? I think I know what your answer is going to be. Your stand? I said stance. I didn't say stand. We should. So motivational. We should. Damn. We should use more lights. But it's never. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be your answer. Mr. Wide. Mr. Worldwide. I don't know, ask Riot. Ask League of Legends players. Of course I agree. To me, it's very obvious. Like, it's not even Christmas spirit. It's like holidays. You know, the different celebrations. They all have pretty much the same spirit, which is like, value people, you know, and their companionship. So it's like, what's my stand? Zutbalman! No, but, yeah, it's like, value companionship, you know, and things like that. It has nothing to do with gifts or anything like that. You don't need material demonstrations for that kind of stuff. In fact, I think we like created this dangerous precedent where like in birthdays and, you know, holidays like Christmas and things like that, it became too much about material things, you know, when really what matters is like, you know, people celebrate it and spend some time together. Yeah. That's really what matters, at least to me, you know. Like, I'm not gonna complain if I get presents, but I don't see it as a mandatory thing. Like, if I don't get any, doesn't, you know, doesn't say less. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, when I was younger, I loved gifts, dude. Like, especially now that I know life is hard and, you know, things are getting more expensive and things like that. It's like, nah, dude, save the money. Save the money. You're gonna need it for like tougher times, so save it. That's also true. Like, I'm participating in a Secret Santa, which terrible idea, by the way, but whatever. And it's like, I need to think of something that is under the spending limit, but needs to be something that works for anyone. Because if you get a gift for a specific person because it's Secret Santa, it might not end up in the person that you want, right? But yeah, the gifting process, yeah, it's a bit anxiety inducing. Yeah, definitely. Something good or something stupid. Why not both, you know? Why not both? But um yeah. Like even, you know, being younger and enjoying gifts, I already like I started really young just saying, you know what? Don't give me anything in particular. If you want to give me something, give me money, you know? It's like eventually when something would show up that I wanted, I would have the money to buy it, I guess. Because I remember I was like 11, maybe. Like at the time, I was in touch with a lot of family members, and a lot of them gave me small gifts in like Christmas and my birthday. And at the time, I was already getting money instead of actual toys. And so, like, I think it was in 2 years' time, I got enough money to buy a PS3. So, I think at the time it was like 300 bucks or something, which is a lot of money. Like, it really took a long fucking time to save that much. But I did it. And I enjoyed every second of playing PS3, dude. But it stopped working a few years ago, unfortunately. Yeah. When I was playing, it was really fun, dude. When I was playing GTA 5 on it, you know, GTA 5 is a game that asks a lot of your hardware. And the PS3 sounded like an ATM machine. Dude, you could like the hard drive did so much fucking noise. It was insane. But I really liked it. Let me just bring this one back. There we go. Yeah, really enjoyed that. And I played so much Little Big Planet, Mod Nation Racers. I think I've spoken about this before. But like, Mod Nation Racers was this Mario Kart knockoff for the PlayStation. And I enjoyed it so much. And it was really sad because I was in the like in the online game as they were shutting down the servers. The servers were up for like 10 years or so. Man, that was sad. It felt like the beginning of Overlord. You know, the guy alone in the guild as they shut down the game. Yeah, I did. I think they even had a little message, like thanking the players for playing. So that was cool. Maybe. But I mean, getting overloaded to a card game, it's not really interesting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just gonna tighten this a little bit. Yeah, it's looking more three-dimensional, I'd say. Right? Looking pretty cool. Ugh. So sleepy, goddamn. What the hell happened here? Oh, I know why it feels crooked. It's because of this. Right. A little bit, but it still feels weird. I think it's the overall shape. Not an easy shape to pull off. But yeah. It's always sad when they pull the plug on the online servers in games. Because, like, you know, that's part of your memories that you can no longer relive. Yeah, it's a bit depressing. Make it like this. I'm gonna bring this back. comparing the before and after. Oh, jeez. It's not even fair. On this, I still need to like figure out. What's this? Yeah, I need even more contrast. Let's make it like it's barely noticeable. It is warmer. It's good. It's good contrast. Okay, I can notice. I can notice that it's a bit warmer. Yeah, but it wouldn't be noticeable, but it is. Finding out that I actually enjoy painting like this, or rediscovering it at least. Need to bring this line back. Constantly losing it. Yeah, that's a much bigger contrast. It's really good. Does it, like, it is hard to see this type of brown against this type of gray, almost black, but stand by the decision. And here, like, very covered, maybe. Why the fuck did the chat got highlighted? Just a tad bit. here you would do a lot of contrast. I think I'm gonna at least add that. All right. I think this part needs a little bit more dimension to it. It's too light. Like here and here. Sorry. Thanks. Feels blessed, man. I have a hot water bottle on my legs. If it's good. If it's good. Okay, we managed to do a lot today. So far. Good, 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 good. So those are the darker parts. I want to make it like super fucking light. Alright. Alright. So that will be pretty much like the level of contrast that I want the focal point to be. So everything else in this picture will need to have a less amount of contrast. Or a lesser amount of contrast. In fact, I can still increase this a little bit more with the dark part, because I kind of forgot about that. Like, I can make it pure black. Yeah. Yeah, I can. It's like one of those things where, because it's so dark already, it doesn't matter what shape it has, what volume it has. It's covered, so, whatever. It's like I can leave a little space there for ambiguity, but overall it's like, doesn't matter. But I kind of like painting like this. So it increases the contrast even more. I can light up a little bit so it looks even darker. Here is dark. In here. Slightly darker. Here as well. Just slightly darker through occlusion. I have no idea how this part works. This. So I can also darken this a little bit. Right. Could do this like that. Alright, what else did I miss? Oh, that, yeah. So like, especially here, it makes a big difference. Right. Mm. And, same thing here. Well, I'm quite enjoying this. I think the next one is gonna be the Animal Archon Venti. It's kind of interesting because he also has a form of, you know, the god that he used to be, which is Barbados. So he has an alternative form, which is interesting. But, you know, I'm thinking about Venti already, and it's like it's gonna take me at least another stream to finish this. Probably more, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm not gonna put the amount of work that I'm putting on the sword, obviously. Like, when I look at it from afar, it looks really cool. Look at that. Looks really, really good. Incredible. Just gonna do a small break so that I can last a little bit longer, because I'm starting like fade, dude. Small break. I don't know. Like lately, I've been having issues of like crossing the 2-hour barrier. When I started this, I was doing 4 hours. You know, I have trouble doing 2. But yeah, I'm gonna mute the mic. I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit, and I'll be back in a few short minutes. I'm back. Stretched a little bit, let the blood flow. Because sitting, drawing really stops the blood flow. It is terrible. Welcome, front. Nice. Nice. Yeah. For someone who doesn't even date, you'd make a great dad. Just dad jokes all around. Very good, very good. Also, you know what's gonna happen in 2 days? Fucking layer. Well, think about it. What will happen in 2 days? Damn. The harsh truth that the world can never accept. In 2 days, 2 days will have passed. It's nothing that important. I mean, to me, it's extremely important. For other people, it might not be. I think you're gonna get there if I say it like this. Today is Wednesday, my dudes. In 2 days, it'll be... Yeah, we're just gonna leave any potential viewer completely bamboozled. We're not gonna say what it is, but it has to do with Fridays. One of the events that shall not be named. Imagine starting to gaslight everyone. It's like, oh, it's so traumatizing, dude. You don't even know. It's like one more time. Right. Wait a second. I'm just writing that.
sit straight.
Did you see Chainsaw Man? Yeah, that episode was cool. That episode was cool though. I know, right? Because at that point, it's like everyone is just wondering what the hell is Kobeni doing in the Devil Hunter Association. And then you see that. The only problem that I have is like people that are watching the anime are gonna be like, oh, so Makima has that power. You know, the power that she showed on this episode. And it's like later on, it's gonna stop making sense. Like the people that read the entire first part get a bit confused about what Makima's powers are. It's really weird. Oh yeah, that's some good contrast right there. Like immediately. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Jesus Christ. An hour of work to make this sword look like this. I mean, not an hour of work, almost 2 hours of work to make it look like this. Really good. Really, really good. Okay, now we're gonna continue our work. Just type it less. $18. Is it good? I saw a few gifs. It's like, eh. Like I should have seen, or I should have started JoJo by now, but I don't know. Third part of part 6. Yeah. I think Netflix is starting to realize that the binge model, um, yeah, exactly. Like the binge model doesn't work. Like it worked really well in the short term where they were like constantly pumping out shows. But the thing is, like, most people have seen most things that are relevant, right? And things don't stay relevant for a long time. Like Squid Game uh, was relevant for like a month, if that long, you know. And now nobody cares about it. So it's like, especially, I think, especially with the anime community, like it's very accepted uh, to binge. So if they launch the entire anime in one go, I think JoJo would become irrelevant very quickly. Like it was either that or they divided the production to not be as crunchy in terms of work. I don't know, man. Honestly, it's like you cannot have it both ways. You cannot like do the mass release, but at the same time want to stay relevant for long periods of time. So what ends up happening is like you divide the part 6 into 3 different parts, and between each part you wait so long that it becomes irrelevant, and some people even forget that it exists. Exactly, like there's no conversation because as each part gets out, there's like a bit of conversation, but you still have um, limitations because it hasn't finished, right? And once it does finish, you've already lost some people. Some people don't remember what happened in the first part because it was so long ago. And yeah, people see it in a day and move on. It's terrible. Whereas, Chainsaw Man is releasing weekly, and people keep talking about it. Like it's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked because we're all being um, infected by this efficiency curse. Where it's like um, we're all squeezed to the maximum to output as much as we can within a certain period of time. That once we get home and try to relax and watch shows and things like that, we want to watch shows efficiently as well. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Again. Ban that motherfucker. But yeah, like we wanna watch things efficiently, and to me, it's like, dude, that's. I'm not gonna say it's the death of the arts. I'm not gonna be that dramatic, but it's really fucked up. Like there's no weight in anything. Fuck's sake. Not only that, but like there's another thing that I've been realizing. A lot of the movies that are made nowadays, like, reach 3 hours in duration because the shots and the scenes stopped doing more than one thing at once, right? Like nowadays, I feel like scenes in movies only do one specific thing, and that takes so much fucking time. I think writing just overall, right? There's always exceptions to the rule, but it's like overall, I think it dumbed down too much. And there's like scenes that are very obviously just padding for the movie. For instance, the first Avatar, right? The James Cameron one, the Blue People one. I feel like that movie could have been much smaller. Just, saying it straight. The movie could have been much smaller, right? But they like insisted in using these shots to kind of show off the technology that they developed for the movie. And like the movie became so long that people have a hard time sometimes remembering the entire plot. Right. There was a time where I was watching that movie pretty consistently, and I still have a little bit of trouble remembering everything. Because the movie is just so goddamn long. I think the first time that I watched it, I was amazed by it, but at the same time, I kind of just wanted to take a nap. It was so much information at once. Right? It's not like the movie itself is super complex. It's not. But, you know what I mean? I just hope the Way of Water does better as a movie. It kind of felt like this gigantic commercial for 3D technology in movies. Not so much as like a bona fide movie itself. It was really weird. It was really weird. And there was like a lot of bullshit like that. I think it was either the first Deathly Hallows or the second that has like this roller coaster part inside of Gringotts where the only purpose of that scene is to show that the movie is in 3D. Everything else is completely irrelevant. You can appreciate it in 2D, but that specific part is just for the 3D. And like, that sucks, dude. Just simply put. Like, just because you have expensive toys doesn't mean that it's gonna make your movie great. You know, it's gotta have some substance to it. Like, ironically, and this can be a very hot take, but my favorite movie of the Harry Potter franchise, all right? Not overall. I think the Harry Potter movies have like uh, lost a little bit of quality over the years, but my favorite one is the Half-Blood Prince. I don't know why, there's something about it that feels extremely relatable. Like the Deathly Hallows, I think they crawl too much. Again, same problem. They divided that movie into two parts because I think it was too much for one single movie, but it's too little for two whole parts. Yeah, I think it's like the Half-Blood Prince and the Prisoner of Azkaban are the most different. The Prisoner of Azkaban is different because of cinematography, but the Half-Blood Prince is like, I feel it's where the characters have more depth, right? Like the first two movies is more like setting up the world, and so all of the characters are amazed by the things they are seeing. But in the Half-Blood Prince, there's been like 5 years of Harry knowing that world, so everyday things might be new to him, but you know, there are a lot of things that he takes for granted, so the movie can like focus on different stuff, like that student barfing in Snape's feet. You know, it's completely different. In the first movie, we are intimidated by Snape, but in the sixth movie, you know, a kid barfs in his feet. Like, you see that Snape is just an errand boy for Dumbledore. It's really interesting. Really shakes up the view of it all, and I like that. I think the only thing that I don't appreciate as much in that movie is like the character that is crucial to move the overarching story forward was never seen before, and I don't know if it was ever mentioned before. Maybe in the books it was. It's like, you know? But other than that, I think the movies are, that one specifically is like real solid. And there's also you know, spoiler alert for anyone that never watched that movie, I don't care. There's also the part where Dumbledore dies. You know, Big L loses the Victory Royale, no longer a dub. But yeah, that part like hits hard, right? And I like that. They did a fantastic job with the music. Like even that whole perspective of the characters feeling more three-dimensional. I remember in the Goblet of Fire one scene that I really enjoyed, or a collection of scenes, was like the preparation for certain events during the tournament, like the Yule Ball, right? For me, that was a thing that felt like it wasn't necessary to move the plot forward, but it was cool to see it happen because it made the characters more three-dimensional, you know? And I really enjoyed that. Like the concert and things like that, you know? I liked that a lot. Or does the most world building? I mean, it recognizes that there's more schools. Uh, like maybe? Because the other ones are very self-contained. Yeah. Yeah, because the other movies are very self-contained, right? You have like it's basically like Hogwarts, uh Diagon Alley, and the Ministry of Magic, and that's pretty much it, right? And Deathly Hallows is basically like random forests. So yeah, I agree. I agree. It does the most world building. Like they, I don't know where they go, but they go to different places to watch Quidditch games, which is really cool. You know. See, that's a thing. They it's a scene or a set of scenes that does two things at once. They go watch the Quidditch World Cup, right? To show the importance of Quidditch in the wizarding world, but at the same time, it introduces Victor Crumb, which will appear in the Triwizard Tournament. So it's a scene that does two things at once. And it also shows that the Death Eaters are coming back, which, you know, is foreshadowing for the end of the movie. So it's a scene that does a lot of things at once, right? Which is really, really cool. But nowadays, it's like they're dumping that way of writing to just write simpler scenes that do one thing at a time. So you're basically being spoon fed everything. Sometimes it feels kind of annoying. Because, like, um, in the very. And it introduced a new travel method to get there. Yeah, the port key. Like, very important. But I don't think they actually used port keys in the series after that. I think they used in Fantastic Beasts. But, you know, Fantastic Beasts kind of shit the bed. The second movie was already very important. The Fantastic Beasts movie, like the first one was really good, at least in my opinion. The second one was ass, and the third one was hot garbage. Like I was completely lost in the third one. Yeah, let's go. The hilt is done. Poggers, poggers. Can I do it even darker? Perchance. Perchance, perchance. I mean, okay, maybe here a little bit. Because of the occlusion and stuff. Come on. Intermediate values, come on. You know, like even in the first Harry Potter movie, you can see that type of writing show, right? And of course I'm mentioning Harry Potter a lot, but it's just to drive a point. Like when they go to Gringotts for the first time, right? It's useful because it shows that goblins, I think it's goblins, take care of finances, which has some racial implications, but okay. Let's separate the real world from the fictional one. Goblins take care of finances. You have Harry's vault, which has a lot of money in it, you know, so he doesn't need to worry about buying his materials. And it already starts the plot about the Philosopher's Stone, right? It's like doing several things at once. Yeah, I like that. But now I remembered something. Like, is it just me, or is like Rick and Morty becoming really tiresome sometimes to watch? Like there are some episodes there are legit bangers, but there are some other episodes that are like so bland. Like I'm not asking for a spectacle on each episode, obviously, but there are some episodes that are like so nothing, you know? Because a thing that I realized was like the um, the latest episode. In the latest episode, basically, Rick is being constantly approached by random ass characters that are trying to beat him in a fight, right? Because Rick is the most powerful being, and so if he's beaten in a fight, you know, people are respected. And this guy named the Piss Master um, shows up, and he threatens Summer. So Jerry goes out, kicks Pissmaster's ass, right? And he gets offered a place in. It's sort of like Avengers. I know they've done Vindicators, but it's a bit different. It's whatever. Yeah, Pissmaster. Yeah, Pissmaster. I know. Um, and it's like there's a really good scene in the episode where like Rick is trying to get Jerry out of being popular, right? And so he goes to find Pissmaster's house, and Pissmaster already killed himself. And his daughter shows up while Rick is still in the house, right? And Rick like pretends he is the Pissmaster, whatever. It's a whole ordeal. What I'm trying to get across is at that very moment, Rick is the complete opposite of Pissmaster, right? Because Rick is all powerful, alive, but he lost his wife and his daughter, while Pissmaster's dead because he felt powerless, but his wife and his daughter were still alive. Right? And there's like a small moment where you just see Rick like contemplating what is happening. It felt so interesting. Also, why does this brush look like a fictitious map of the world? But yeah, it's like that scene was so good. I liked it a lot. But yeah, his name is Pissmaster. It's really weird. Don't don't think too much about it. Trying to increase contrast in the hair. I'm always afraid of increasing the contrast of clouds. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Nice. But maybe a little bit too fluffy for hair. I don't know. But you know, it's like not every single episode is an absolute banger, but I really like that moment in the episode. Right? And it feels weird because it's like if the writers weren't so stuck in that type of humor that Rick and Morty has, they could create, you know, really interesting things. Like really impactful moments. That's why every now and again I go back to watching BoJack Horseman. Cause like it's animation, but it's not for kids. Not at all. Right? Yeah. Yeah, this hair needs like a different energy if we want to have something decent. Right, it needs this. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, more contrast. Okay, almost 2 hours and a half. Not bad. Not bad. I would like to reach 30 followers until the end of the year, honestly. That would be nice. We'll see if I can do that. I might even go to Twitter and beg. Like, I don't like doing that, but it's one off. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Sim. Ja, klagen is elkaar. Fucking leaving. Fucking kidding me. Like, kids are probably asking that now. Like, dear Santa, I want a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers. Thanks. Back in my day. I think this one is better for hair. Can you fucking imagine if Santa had a TikTok? Also, by the way, I think eventually TikTok is going to get less mainstream in the West because the United States are already seeing, like, they say that it can pose a threat to their national security, which, you know, might be true, might not be. But you know, if they start to regulate it a lot, you know, and making it really hard to use in North America, you know, Europe will follow and basically the Western world will stop using TikTok, which it's gonna be interesting, you know. Twitter's in the shitter. Twitter's in the shitter. That was not intentional, but you know, I said what I said. You know, TikTok might go down in the West at least. You know. Also, I didn't know that Elon Musk was the richest person in the world. And I just ask myself, how? How is he the richest person in the world? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, but like being the richest, you know. I thought he was like very rich, not the richest. Honestly, I think I'm gonna stay with this for today. Yeah. Look at the difference. Holy. It looks really good. Not gonna lie. Damn. You know, sometimes I look at this and I go, was I really capable of doing this? Like there are obviously a few things that I could improve on. Like here, I think this part is a bit, you know, the nose is just a little shape that is carved. But overall, it's like it works, you know. It feels really nice. Look at that. Holy. For tomorrow, I'm not yet sure on what I'm gonna do, but I'll probably work on like the rest of the blade. And if I have extra time, I might start working on this part right here. Yeah. The blade might not even be that hard, but we'll see. We'll see. Just gonna print. Just so I can have more. You might hear Facebook noises because I'm gonna enter it for just to send this to a few people that I know. Well, you are back, and I will leave. Now I'm not gonna work anymore today on this piece. On this piece, but I think it's looking pretty nicely. What do you think? You're also front. I think this looks really good. Joji. Joji. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. You know Joji, which is Filthy Frank. You know Jojo. Looks like a Genshin Impact. Damn. A guac importante guy. The stupidity is a very prestige. No. I'm gonna tell you how the Prestige Edition works, alright? I'm gonna tell you how it works. The Prestige Edition is like this. You do saturation. And then you go to color. Just fucking... Wait, it doesn't work? Why doesn't it work? Oh no. No. Wait, it doesn't work? Oh, because it's line art. Alright. Wait, I'm using like 100% of my brain power here. What the fuck is happening? What if I color them with yellow? What happens? Oh, nice! The hair turns blue. Oh, look, it's Razor Super Saiyan God, I guess. The fuck? Okay, what if I put everything inside of a folder and then lock it? Wait, the mouse for some fucking reason was weirded out. Prestige Edition is pretty much like this, right? Wait, I need a flat, and then like, yeah, this is Prestige, extremely good edition, right? It's an extremely good edition of Razor. I'm gonna sell this, and the initial bid is gonna be $1,000 because it's in yellow, in piss yellow, which everyone knows it's very extremely good. Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, yeah. You have the yellow NFT. You're gonna have fucking red NFT. Yes, the blue. You're gonna have like the the pink one with the black spots. Yeah, it's really great. I'm gonna have to like adjust colors after I finish like rendering, because after I use that many vibrant colors, it looks really fucking bland. But yeah. This is the mirror back. This is the no liner from Peepo. These are the poses. Like the entire work is here. Very good. Very good. Look at this. Holy shit. I separated all of this, and it literally makes no difference. I just feel like artists complicate so much. I'm just trying to follow tutorials, and it's like, nah, dude, that is way too fucking complicated. I have like one layer of rendering, and I did that. Fucking incredible. But yeah. Enough about ranting. I am done for today. I want to thank everyone that joined me live, and anyone that might be watching in the VODs. I actually saw that there's a fair bit of Russian viewers out there. It was a bit unexpected, but it kind of makes sense if it's more on the eastern side of Russia, because the time zones line up pretty well. But yeah. Yeah, that bot, incredible. That bot was really good. I am really interested in buying viewers. What the fuck, dude? Like, every other week, I am banning one guy. You want to buy viewers and subs? It's like, you also wanted to lose your computer to malware, maybe. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you everyone in the VODs channel for watching. Tomorrow is, let me just check. I think tomorrow is actually a holiday, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's a religious holiday. So there won't be a stream. Okay, let's hope that I don't do the same thing that I did last week, where I skipped Friday because people weren't working. We'll see. But the plan is I'll be streaming on Friday. If anything changes, I will tweet about it, and that way you know. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back Friday, 9 a.m. GMT +1, and I hope to see you then. Goodbye.